Hello and welcome to the free foundational program of KPS Civil Services. This preparation is being offered in 4 languages, that is English, Hindi, Punjabi and English. So if you are from the Hindi or Punjabi, or if you want to prepare in English, that we will be teaching the concepts in Hindi and writings will be in English. That is the English medium that you would want to choose. So in this medium, we will be covering the entire prelims, mains and interview syllabus for the civil services examination. This course has 100% free of cost classes, and it includes the test series for the prelims and mains examination. So you don't have to buy any other course except this. This is a revolution that we are trying to bring in the market, so that the entire education market that is charging students lakhs of rupees, we should provide them free of cost, and we can break this monopoly and this practice of charging such high fees by bringing this revolution. So what you can do for us is please help us share this message as much as possible, so that as many candidates we can enroll in this program, the better it is. So let us start an overview how to prepare for this and how to read the NCRTs. This is the first day of this 217 days program that we are going to follow, in which we will be covering the entire prelims and mains syllabus as a whole, starting from the very foundation of the NCRTs. Then we will be heading to the advanced books, and we will also be solving the test series for the prelims with detailed answer keys and the mains answers. So I will be giving you more on that in a while. So let's have a look at the format of the examination first. So the entire preparation for the UPSC and for the state services as well is divided into 3 stages for the grade A executive branch. First one is prelims, second is mains, and third is the personality test that we also call the interview stage. So in the prelims stage, we have 2 exams, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is also called paper of the general studies, and paper 2 is also called CSAT. Each of these paper will be of 2 hours. So 2 hours for the paper 1 and 2 hours for the paper 2. They are held on the same day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Each of these paper would be of 200 marks each. So talking about the UPSC, you have to just clear a basic cutoff for the CSAT. That is, you have to just score 33% marks from a 200 marks paper. That is 66 marks in 200 from the 200 marks, and your CSAT paper would be qualified. In this CSAT paper, we have the comprehensions where we'll be reading the passages and solving the questions from it, then maths and reasoning questions. So you just need to score 33% marks here. Then talking about the GS general studies, we have 2 portions in it. One is we are going to cover all these subjects like geography, environment, polity, history, international relations and many others, plus the current affairs. So current affairs form a very important part of the preparation, because around 40% of the questions would be from the current affairs only. So we have to prepare them as well in a very lengthy and focused manner. So I will be talking about that in a while in a further slide. So whatever you score in the general studies paper from the 200 marks would form your cutoff. So there would be a minimum marks cutoff, and if you are able to cross these minimum marks, then you would be appearing in the mains section. In the mains examination, you will have written papers. The prelim stage was of multiple choice questions where 4 choices would have been given, and you have to select the right one. Here you have to write the answers. So depending on if you are appearing for the UPSC, 150 or 250 words answer, and some states are asking 200 words as well even today. So we will be preparing different lengths of answers, so that even if someday UPSC decides to change its pattern, we are prepared to write shortened answers of 50 words also, and lengthy answers of even 500 words also, because some states ask 500 words also. So someday even UPSC can shift to it, or any state services can shift to other pattern. They don't announce this in advance. So we have to prepare this along with our preparation. So talking about the main stage here, all these subjects that we have studied here in the prelims general study stage, they are divided into different examinations. Like we have 3 papers: GS1, GS2, GS3. So all the subjects that we have studied here are divided into different papers. Like the GS1 contains history, geography, Indian society. GS2 contains polity, international relations, internal security, and such subjects. And GS3 contains Indian economy, environment, and such other subjects. So other than that, there is a GS4 paper which is of ethics and decision making, where they will be giving you a detailed story background, like you are a food inspector and you have come across so and so things. So they want to test what decisions you will be taking, what considerations you will be having in your mind. So all these things will be covered in GS4. So other than that, there would be 2 language papers. One is English and one is your own regional language. So in whichever region you are staying, or whichever regional language you have a good hold on. It could be Telugu, Tamil, Bengali, Gujarati, Urdu, Punjabi, Nepali, Santhali, any. So you can choose any regional language. So there will be an English paper and a regional language paper, but you don't have to stress about it. You just need to score 33% from it. They won't be counted for your final marks. You just need to qualify them. So even if you are weak in your regional language, or the you are not you have not practiced that language in your recent years, so that is not an issue. With some practice you might regain that knowledge so that you can clear this exam. Other than that, there would be an essay paper where you would have 2 sections. Let's suppose section A and section B. Each section would have 4 options. You have to select one option from each section. That is, you have to write 2 essays, and each of these papers will be 3 hours each. For the language papers, essay paper, or the general studies paper, all these papers would be 3 hours each. Other than that, you have to choose one optional subject. See, for the optional, you don't have to stress right now, because we will be first starting with your preparation. We have even planned the optionals for you. We will be covering it in few months, that we will be providing you even the optionals free of cost. So you don't need to pay 40-60,000 that the industry is charging for the optional subjects. We will be providing you even those subjects free of cost in a very detailed manner. So don't stress about that. First, let's build a foundational base, and then we will go for the optional subjects. Next is your personality test. If and when you clear the minimum cutoff for the mains, you appear for the interview stage. And whatever marks you score in the interview stage, your mains marks plus your interview marks would be counted. So mains marks are very important, because that would be counted for your final list. Whatever rank you are getting, that will hold mains plus interview marks. So this preparation is very important. That's why whenever we are starting the subjects, we will be covering the mains aspect along with it, because this is a very important stage for your entire preparation, and we want our students to get the toppers rank, so that this initiative gets even bigger, even popular, and we will always remain free of cost. And this is the only reason that we want to focus on, that we produce the toppers from rank 1 to rank 100, not like some of the institutions that are practicing of buying the toppers. We want to actually produce the toppers. Next thing to remember before we start the preparation is that consistency is more important than perfection. So what is this quotation's actual meaning, and what is the relevance for our preparation? So there are 2 types of people. One is, let's suppose, a very knowledgeable person He might have cleared the IITs, IIMs in the past. But he's not consistent when it comes to UPSC or any civil services preparation. He's preparing, you know, one day he's spending 15 hours on the preparation, the other day he's not even preparing, and this goes on for months. That, you know, he studies only for 2 days a week, and then rest of the days it's a holiday. And there's another person who is not from a very good college or university, and many of you might relate to this, that you might not have found studies that, you know, attractive till now, but now that you have set your aim towards the civil services exam, and if you are able to focus and work on it every day, trust me, you have 1000% more chances of clearing the paper than any person who calls himself perfectionist, or he might have any amount of knowledge, but if he is not constant, he is not consistent in his preparation, he won't be able to clear it. He, she, I'm not being gender biased, so please don't mind my words in this. So this is the way of preparation that we are going to do. Consistency is the main key in this. So what you have to do is, for the entire 217 days, we have prepared a detailed schedule for you. If you're watching this lecture on the YouTube, please go and register on our website, because the course is 100% free of cost. You will be getting even the test series from that. So there is no loss in this. Plus there is a schedule available for this. If you're watching from the website, in a free preparation tab, from the very start, in the very starting of the website, from the introduction only, there is a schedule tab. You can download the entire schedule, get a printed copy of it. There are all the topics that we have divided, so that you can have a measurable targets, that okay, I'm going to study these topics, these subjects in such a way that all the topics, all the subjects would be completed. Rest, some of the subjects we think are for the prelims stage. So after 217 days, we would be, you know, producing a new schedule for you, in which we will be giving you that as well. So next question that we often get is, how many hours one should study? So actually there is no strategy of how many hours you have to study. That is why we have produced this schedule. You don't need to stress on how many hours you are studying. You might be seeing a lot of videos on the YouTube that toppers are saying, we used to study 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours a day, and that's why we have cleared. No, this is not the strategy, and even they were not doing the same. This is, you know, something to say when you clear the exam, just to make yourself a step higher than everyone else. So actually no one is studying 12-15 hours every day. What actually matters is, if you are able to complete your target of the day, then you are on line of preparation. If you get any free time, please focus on revision. All the topics that you have already covered, focus on revision. This is the key. This is what makes a topper. The more you revise, the more you perfect you get in these things. All right, so this you have to remember. Next is, on our website, what are your daily targets? So with us, you will be spending around 2.5 to 3 hours every day. In these 3 hours, we are going to cover 2 subjects every day, their lectures. Let's suppose we are starting with the NCRTs. So at the very beginning, we are actually starting with the polity NCRT and the geography NCRT. So we will be doing lectures of these subjects first, then moving to the next subject. So we will be covering 2 subjects at a time. Then there will be daily current affairs. The daily current affair tab would have its own video of the current affairs, plus the text of the current affairs, and a PDF for your download, so that you can download the PDF, you can get it printed, or for further reading of the points. So watch the video for the explanation, download the PDF for a detailed analysis of what needs to be studied. Then comes the editorial portion. So, you know, we don't expect you to write answers at the very beginning of the preparation, but do listen to these editorials and the points that are being created in them, because in the long run, you would actually be able to connect these points to the topics as we will be teaching you. So we will be having these lectures on how to make good answers, how to create points, how to connect different subjects. For that, you will be grasping all these points from the editorials as well, so that whenever you are attempting any mains question and you remember, oh, this point can be inserted here. So this is always a value addition, and this is the thing that will help you score rank 1. So that is our aim for every exam. So we want one of you to be rank 1 and rest rank 2, 3, 4 and so on. So one person can occupy only one rank, that is why, but someone will occupy. I'm sure about that. The amount of quality that we are going to provide and the guidance we are going to provide, I'm sure that we are going to have the toppers. It's just that we are giving 100%. Please be consistent and give your 100%. The lecture sometimes can be boring. You might not be interested in that subject that much and you would like to skip the entire subject. Please don't do that. Be very consistent. Attend all the lectures even if you find that topic boring. Please don't skip it. Please don't miss it. This is for your own good. Lastly, whatever we are reading in the class, all these things, do a self read of all these topics from the books, like we are starting from the NCRTs, all the topics that we will be mentioning. Please read the topics plus any value addition notes that we will be providing, or any book other than, or any topic, editorial and current affairs PDF. You need to go through them every day. Now next thing is how to make your preparation better. So one thing that we have created on our website is that whenever you're watching a subject, subject 1, subject 2, there is a discussion tab below it. So click on the discussion tab. If you have any doubt, please feel free to comment on it. If you know the answer of any doubt that other person has asked, please answer that as well. We want to create a good community of aspirants where we are able to help each other. So don't think that if I am helping someone, actually he might get a rank and I won't. This is not the case. Everyone is preparing on their own pace. You might actually get better at the concept while answering someone's doubt, because you might be researching it yourself that, oh, I need to answer this question, let me first read something. So you might be gaining even more insight into it. So please make this discussion healthy and more fruitful. Other than that, one suggestion from our side, that don't make notes in the notebooks. This would have worked in the school or the college era, but not in the civil services, because the notes need to be very dynamic and up to date for the exam. So what we are going to do is we are going to use A4 sheets, plain white A4 sheets that you can get a bundle from the market. And whenever you make notes, just number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. So whenever you have labeled them and you're writing, so what is the advantage of it? Let's suppose we are studying polity and something in the constitution we have written. So if you're making notes in the notebook, so what is the problem is that, let's suppose we have written some part here and the government has amended this completely. So you will be writing a new thing, let's suppose after 50, 70 pages, and you will be writing this. So this is discontinuity. You are not getting an appropriate knowledge where it is needed. What we can do here is we can just insert another page 5A and we can write new things on it. We can insert current affairs in it. We can write more points from the editorials and make our notes very enriched for the prelims and for the mains. So if you are able to, or if let's suppose an entire topic is changed, let's suppose from the page 3, that entire topic is no longer valid and a different topic has come. So what we can do is we can just throw away this page, write a new page and any other detail that was written on it, and we can just renumber it as 3. So these notes will always be up to date and at the place where they need to be. So just maintain different folders for different subjects. Keep a folder for polity, uh, geography, economy, history, Indian society, whatever we are going to study, and just try to, keep updating these folders and keep the pages separated from each of them so that you don't lose these pages. So use office pens for them and keep them in different sections. So, and last thing about this is how to make notes is first attend the lecture. You can make notes in the lecture so that you have a broad idea about the topics that we are covering and the concepts that we are doing. After that, whatever we have suggested you to read, please read that. Sorry. And first complete the reading, then move to notes making, because then you will have the idea of which concept is covered on which page. And let's suppose if we talk about the NCRTs, there is division of topics. We will be covering the NCRT topic wise, but let's suppose some of that topic is covered in 6th class, some of that is in 8th, some of that in 12th. So it will be mentioning all the chapters from it. So read these chapters so that you have a better idea, okay, that this portion is here, but this portion is also here. This is just one point that is extra, so I will write it here. So you can plan your notes first and then you can make the notes. So this is the strategy that you should follow. And next is one of the tabs that we want to talk about are in a website, that is connect with mentor. So if you have any doubt, if you're having any preparation regarding doubts, if you have, if you are not feeling motivated for the preparation, or you just want to report on your progress, that whatever you're doing, is that being fruitful, you want to change your strategy, is your strategy right, anything, or for the mains, we will be providing you, prelims test series. The tests are on the portal, and once you will be attempting them, even you will get the detailed answer key. Same is for the mains, that for the mains there would be a question paper, there would be an answer sheet with detailed answer hints as well. But if you want to get your answer checked by a teacher, obviously a teacher would be spending extra time on it. Please book a connect with mentors session for it. We have kept its fee at a very nominal cost of 99 rupees per session. This is not compulsory to take. It is up to you that if you want to get something corrected, or if you have any doubt and you want a one-on-one session. So this is not a 100 people class that you have to ask your question among 100 people. One-on-one session, just you and the mentor ask your doubts in this 20-minute session and it will be done. Or you want to get your copies checked, you can get that checked. So this is very affordable. If we go to the market with our friends or any place, 100 rupees is something that we easily spend these days due to inflation. So if a teacher is giving its time, it's honorary to actually give 100 rupees as a effort money for this. So that is why we have kept this cost pretty low so that every student can afford it. Next is reading the NCRT books. How to read the NCRT books? So from the NCRTs, see, NCRTs are from 6th to 12th class, and we will be covering 4 subjects and forming a foundation from the NCRT, that is the Indian polity, geography, history and economy. In the first phase of preparation, we will be covering the polity and the geography, then we will be moving to history and economy. Our target is just the 28 days in which we will be covering the entire NCRTs. So you can go and buy these books from the market, from your nearest bookstore. Many of times these NCRT books are out of stock. So what you can do is go to the NCRT website, select the class, select the social sciences tab, in which you will be able to find these 3 NCRT books by chapter. You can get them printed or read from the website itself. For the economy starts from the class 9th till class 12th. In the 12th class NCRT, we just have to read the macro economics, not the micro. Micro is not part of our syllabus. We just have to read the macro macroeconomics NCRT. So if you are not able to find the books, just go to the NCRT website and you can actually get them printed. So you can also buy it from the Amazon or any other website that you know. And this is the entire thing that you want to we want you to know before you start the preparation. See you in the next lecture. Thank you so much, and let's prepare good.